Okay, so I'm sure most of you guys who are watching this video right now probably know what the net graph is in CSGO. For those of you who don't know though, the net graph in simple terms is another way where you can see your FPS, your ping, and a bunch of other info in CSGO. Now currently, I always play with my net graph on, and if we go into game real fast, you guys will see this is what it would typically look like when it's enabled in game. Now there's a ton of info on here, but what specifically does everything mean? What does each one of these sections mean? Let me go ahead and quickly explain it for you guys. Now starting off with the most basics, most of us know what FPS and ping mean. FPS is obviously your frames per second in game, and your ping, well, that's pretty straightforward. It's your ping in game, your connection to the server. Now talking about everything else, we're gonna first start off with VAR right here. This is the variability in time taken to render each frame over the last 1,000 frames. In simple terms, this is basically telling you how long it's taking for your computer to render each 1,000 frames. Moving on over to loss, the loss is the percentage of packets sent by your computer but not received by the server. So for example, if your loss is pretty high, you might be shooting in game, but those shots never end up registering to the server. For tick is just the number of packets the server expects to receive per second. The more packets there are, the more information there is being transferred between the player and the server, which is why there's that whole argument of why 128 tick servers are better than 64 and so on. That's a whole nother topic on its own. I'm not really gonna get into that right now though. Continuing on with choke is the percent of packets that the client or server were unable to compute. This basically means that the server is getting those packets that you're sending, but they're just not able to render out what exactly they mean. Next, we have SV, and that basically is the time in MS it takes a server to compute the last received packet, along with the variability over the last 50 packets. Next, we have VAR again, and I know some of you guys are gonna get a little bit confused here because we do have two different VARs on screen, but they both do represent different things. This second one here displays the accuracy variation of the server's sleep function over the last 50 frames. Now that's the main chunk of info that the net graph includes, but you guys will also notice there's 3 more chunks of info that show off to the right side of the screen there. Starting off with up, this is the CL_update rate. Basically the number of times per second the client asks the server for a world update. Values greater than a server's tick rate are ignored and showed in red. Below that we have CMD, which represents CL_tick rate. If you guys don't know what that means, it basically is the number of times per second the client sends packets to the server. Values greater than the server's tick rate are ignored and shown in red. And lastly, for that string of text that's right below CMD, this represents the server type you're playing on or the current state of the server. This could potentially show offline, loading, local, online, or official DS, which is Valve dedicated server. It basically kind of tells you what server you're playing on and what the status of that server is. Anyways guys, that's pretty much what everything on the net graph represents or stands for. So hopefully this video will help a lot of you guys out. I know the net graph is a very popular thing, so I'm hoping a lot of you guys will find this useful, and if you do, definitely make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys do have any questions or comments for me, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below or hit me up on my Discord server. It is linked in the description below. On top of this too, I want to give a quick shout out to my current Global Elite channel members, Skinport and Meli. Thank you guys so much for the awesome support on the channel. And with that all said, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.